Alright, here we go. We are getting started. Right here, right now, middle-aged nerd making his way to the ring, set to face off against Wooly Bully. Wooly Bully looking to pick up another victory. He has just one victory since his debut, and he is looking to raise to the top of Champions Alliance Wrestling. He has a long way to go, but if there is anybody who is capable of carrying the weight on their shoulders, it is indeed Wooly Bully. And there's the sound of hundreds of stampeding bulls. Wooly Bully making his way to the ring for the first matchup of the day. Alright, get ready. We are about to get started. Middle-aged nerd, Wooly Bully facing off. Wooly Bully now slamming middle-aged nerd down hard. Middle-aged nerd has a long battle if he wants to get a win over the much larger, much stronger Wooly Bully. Middle-aged nerd down with a nice big leg drop, trying to wear down the big guy, Wooly Bully. Wooly Bully with a nice reversal now. And there goes middle-aged nerd outside of the ring as Wooly Bully takes the fight to ringside. Middle-aged nerd finds an opportunity and looks to capitalize. Let's see. Let's see if that'll be at all possible here today. Big right hand to the face. Middle-aged nerd hops in the ring and restarts the count now. Big power bomb to the outside. Wow, that's a lot of weight to go down, and there is absolutely no padding. A paper-thin sheet of rubber on the outside of the ring, but let me tell you, that doesn't absorb much of that shock. All right, here we go. They're back in the ring, and middle-aged nerd continues his assault. Wooly Bully, big back neck breaker. Wooly Bully with the cover now, hooks the leg, 2, and a 2 count is all he's gonna get. Middle-aged nerd manages to break free, but it's no good. Chin breaker by Wooly Bully. Wooly Bully locking in under the chin, gonna crank on the neck, trying to wear down the stamina. And by covering the nose and mouth, he's making it a lot harder for Middle-aged nerd to catch his breath. Middle-aged nerd backs Wooly Bully against the ropes. Wooly Bully pushes away. Wooly Bully with another cover. Trying to finish it. 2 and a 2 count is all he's gonna see. Wooly Bully now stomping away on Middle-aged nerd. Wow. And he catches the kick this time. Oh, and applies the Boston Crab. Wow, that is going to apply a lot of pressure to the belt, the lower back of Middle-aged nerd. Can he make it to the ropes? And he manages to reverse it. We've seen this many times before. Middle-aged nerd taunting his opponents. A roll-up pin. No way! Wow, the strength! Middle-aged nerd somehow manages to deadlift Wooly Bully into a power bomb. 2 count. No, so close to the 3. Not quite enough. Middle-aged nerd now into a side headlock. And it looks like he's gonna stand his ground now and perhaps try and wear down Wooly Bully some more. Middle-aged nerd gaining some momentum here. Middle-aged nerd headed to the top. Wooly Bully in a lot of trouble. Big leg drop from the top rope. Middle-aged nerd. Wooly Bully back to his feet, unfazed by the leg drop. Can Wooly Bully mount an offensive and get some momentum going here? Oh, here we go. The running of the bulls. He's setting up. Running of the bulls! Wooly Bully nails Middle-aged nerd and sends him to the outside. Middle-aged nerd somehow still standing. Nice dragon screw takedown now as Wooly Bully manages to regain the upper hand. Middle-aged nerd face first into the barricade. Middle-aged nerd taunting, and that's gonna cost him. Running running bulldog now. Wooly Bully face first into the mat and he's split wide open. Middle-aged nerd is going crazy now. Wooly Bully not in an advantageous position, and the boot to the corner nearly turns Wooly Bully inside out. Middle-aged nerd with the cover. Can he do it? 2, 3, no, not able to get the 3. So close. Wooly Bully with a big power slam and hooks the leg. 2! Not enough. Wooly Bully desperately needs an opportunity. DDT! Middle-aged nerd staggers into a devastating DDT. Wooly Bully showing that strength, pushing away middle-aged nerd. Wooly Bully now splits middle-aged nerd wide open, hammering away in the face of middle-aged nerd. This has turned into an all-out bloodbath. Middle-aged nerd with a jab and a right hand. Wooly Bully now pushing middle-aged nerd away. Wooly Bully looking for an opportunity now. Can he find it? Can he capitalize? Wooly Bully looking face first into the corner. Wooly Bully in trouble there. No, the leg is caught. Wooly Bully again with the big power slam. Going to work on the arm now, trying to disassemble middle-aged nerd. Middle-aged nerd sets up for a reversal. Two. The shoulder gets up, the crowd goes wild, and Wooly Bully manages to stop the count. Wooly Bully now clamping in again, covering the face, the nose, and mouth. Chin breaker. Middle-aged nerd back to his feet. And again, middle-aged nerd into that side headlock, the go-to for him to perhaps regain some of his stamina. He has sustained a lot of damage right here, as you can tell, at the hands of Wooly Bully. Wooly Bully pushing away middle-aged nerd. Wooly Bully sets up. And again, using that weight to his advantage. The size, the weight, the power of Wooly Bully. Oh, Wooly Bully now rubbing the face of middle-aged nerd into the mat. Perhaps trying to open that wound. Bully to bully suplex. Bully. Sets up! That could be it! I don't know how much more this middle-aged nerd can take. The damage has been done to both of these individuals. Middle-aged nerd with a boot and a whip face first into the turnbuckle now. Boot to the face. And again. Middle-aged nerd goes for the cover. 3. No! Middle-aged nerd couldn't get the 3 count, not quite enough. Bully back to his feet. Bully! Taking middle-aged nerd up top! Big super, whoa! Oh my god! What is going on? Oh my god! The ring has collapsed! The ring has imploded! Bully gets back to his feet! Oh my god! I've never seen anything like that! Ever! Bully coming away with a huge victory! Wow! An unbelievable turn of events! It's gonna take us a few moments here to get everything sorted. Unbelievable chaos breaking loose inside of the ring. Wow! We have never seen anything the likes of that before. Get ready while we prepare for the next matchup. Kitty Styles will face off against Beastie Rar in a one-on-one matchup. And anybody, if you want to get involved, type !subscribe into the chat. We are so close to our highest number of subscribers yet. We've already broken that this past week with Killa Snacks sub. We are so close. We are 1 subscriber away from 15 subscribers. And I would like to thank everybody who's currently subscribed. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. I'm so glad to have you guys be a part of the league. And to all of our newcomers, keep on fighting your way to the top, because you can make it to the top of Champions Alliance Wrestling. And I'm still not sure how we are going to top that very first matchup, literally starting things with a huge bang and literally the implosion of the entire ring. Wooly Bully coming down with some force and taking middle-aged nerd down in the process. Up next, we will see a one-on-one non-title matchup between Kitty Club's Kitty Styles and Beard Nation's Beastie Raw. And here comes Beastie, making her way to the ring. She is ready to face off, trying to get back into that contender spot for the CAW Women's title. And here we go. We are ready to get the next matchup of the day underway. The women's division. Double waistlock takedown now as Beastie assumes control early here in the matchup. Beastie gets sent to the outside. Kitty Styles tries to change the momentum of the match. I imagine Beastie would much rather have this match continue inside of the ring, where Beastie is likely more comfortable. Kitty Styles assumes control here early on. Running knee, flying knee by Kitty Styles, and wow, just stomping away. There is obviously some animosity between these two competitors. Obviously, as the feud between Beard Nation and Kitty Club continues. Beard Nation, of course, one of the fastest growing factions in Champions Alliance Wrestling. Not only gaining new members, but also new enemies. 2 and a 2 count. Of course, the most recent addition, Crimson Horizon, has been trying to help Beard Nation fend off the attacks that are pretty much incoming from all directions in Champions Alliance Wrestling. Beard Nation, of course, strength in numbers, and I think that intimidates a lot of the different groups here in Champions Alliance Wrestling. Big sleeper slam now. Arm drag takedown by Beastie as she gets back to her feet. Sets up, and a nice suplex. Beastie finds an opportunity and capitalizes, now driving the knee into the back, gonna try and drain some of the stamina of Kitty Styles here. Kitty Styles struggling to get back to her feet, and she manages to break the hold. Kitty Styles going for the cover. Can she win it here? 2. Nearly a 3 count, but not enough. Beastie manages to kick out. Hurricanrana takedown now. Big kick to the head. Big roundhouse kick. Beastie with a perfect roundhouse. Hooks the leg. Can she get the win? 2. No. Kitty Styles kicks out. Beastie. Beastie has that fire in her eyes. No, it's reversed. So close to seeing that firestorm. Nice reverse, lands on her feet. Beastie into a headlock. Sends Kitty Styles out to the apron. What does she have planned? Big suplex brings Kitty Styles right back in the ring, and Beastie is in control for the time being. Beastie with a whip into the turnbuckle. Kitty is in some trouble here. Oh, here we go. A flurry of kicks. Beastie absolutely tearing apart Kitty Styles at this point. Beastie is on a roll, and she is not letting up. There it is again! Big roundhouse kick! Kitty Styles could be unconscious. Beastie with the cover. Can she finish it? 2! No, 2 count. Kitty Styles kicks out yet again. Whip face first into the turnbuckle. Beastie now on the receiving end. Kitty Styles has taken a lot of damage up to this point. Can she continue this matchup at a rate that could get her the win? Kitty Styles with the cover. 2 and a 2 count as Beastie gets the shoulder up off the mat and stops the count. Kitty Styles trying to regain momentum here. Looks to focus on the back of Beastie. If she can get rid of some of that core strength, it is going to make it extremely difficult for Beastie to land that firestorm maneuver. Beastie now taking Kitty Styles all the way up top. Kitty Styles could be in for quite the ride. Wow! All the way from the top. And again, Beastie trying to line up. Can she hit it this time? Sets up. Firestorm! That is a long way down for Kitty Styles. This could be it. 2, 3 count. Beastie Roar manages to walk away with a big victory over Kitty Styles this week on Elite Stars. Get ready because we have more matches up next here on Elite Stars. And up next, suffering a loss to Ash Venom as a big upset victory a week or so back, Juno looks to seek revenge, this time in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Juno will face off against Ash Venom in a non-title matchup. All right, get your bets in. There isn't much time left. All right, here we go. Juno very visibly upset after the loss to Ash Venom, who had made his debut from Breakout on the Elite Stars roster and requested a match. He was granted a match, and he capitalized and made a huge impression on the entire CAW universe. However, that title speaks volumes, and Juno is the current champion. Juno requesting a Falls Count Anywhere match. He wants to, and I quote, put Ash Venom to rest wherever the Juno driver hits. Inside the ring, outside the ring, in the aisle, in the backstage area. By the sounds of it, it doesn't matter where or when Juno is going to hit that Juno driver. Ash Venom needs to stay miles away from that if he wants any chance of winning this matchup here today. And I don't like that smile Juno has on his face. And here comes Ash Venom, one of the most successful from the Breakout ever here in Champions Alliance Wrestling, truly making his way, climbing the ladder, and in quite fashion, impressive fashion to say the least. And here we go, we are getting started, and again, Ash Venom off to a great start. Remember, Ash Venom was the very first ever CAW Breakout Champion. Juno sets up. Takes Ash for a ride, face first into the mat now. Face first into the turnbuckle. Manages to escape with a nice elbow. Well timed. And Ash Venom is getting sent to the outside, and this is exactly where Juno was looking to take the fight. A combination followed up by a big backbreaker now. But of course, no countouts. Falls count anywhere, you can pin him. On the outside, on the announce table, it doesn't matter. All that counts is the 3 count. Ash Venom now going to work on Juno. Juno sets up for the neckbreaker and the forearm across the back of the skull. Ash Venom, despite working his way up, seems to have Juno's number. Ash Venom, very meticulous in his disassembling of Juno. Oh, Ash Venom could be in a lot of trouble here. He needs to be careful. Juno driver to the outside. That could be it. 2, 3, no, not enough. The 2 count. Wow. Ash Venom kicking out of a Juno driver outside of the ring. Big DDT now as Ash Venom somehow manages to recover. Ash Venom looking for the cover. 2. And a 2 count. Juno with a big backbreaker now. Goes for the cover, trying to finish it. 2, 3. There's the 3 count. And Juno retains, or sorry, doesn't retain, but regains a victory over Ash Venom. Perhaps a bit of revenge. Juno looking to take down Ash Venom and perhaps knock him down a peg after last week's upset victory. And up next, we find out exactly what happened to Dan Diz and White Boy V following their split from Cobra Kai after only 1 week. Apparently not happy with the direction the group was going in and deciding to do their own thing. Up next, they will be facing off against Beard Nation. And Juno getting the big win, just as he promised, over Ash Venom this week on Elite Stars. And up next, Dan Diz and White Boy V promise a surprise to shock the entire CAW universe and Beard Nation. And here we are getting ready for the next matchup. Beard Nation is ready to take action against Dan Diz, White Boy V, and whatever surprise it is that they have in store for us here this week. And the newest member of Beard Nation, Crimson Horizon, has arrived. Beard Nation, with growing numbers, have been fighting off increasing attacks at the hands of groups I assume are intimidated by their much larger presence here in CAW. Crimson Horizon ready for action alongside his Beard Nation brethren, so to speak. Evoke is here now. Of course, the founder of Beard Nation. Here you see Game Over, a moniker which has been ingrained in Beard Nation. All right, so whoa! The Fox is here! I thought this was gonna be a 2-on-2. I don't know what surprise White Boy V and Dan Diz have up their sleeve here this week on Elite Stars, but it looks like Beard Nation has brought some backup insurance in the form of the Fox. And the Fox is ready. They have been defending themselves over the last couple of weeks. I'm not sure what Dan Diz and White Boy V. And there's Dan Diz. There's the Q. There's 3. I count 3. What is this? That's Dominic Fury. That was. What is going on? Dominic Fury was supposed to be aligned with Beard Nation! What is going on? Dominic Fury making his debut alongside Dan Diz and White Boy V. And what is this? The Blacklist! And is this what they're calling themselves? I don't know what this Blacklist is all about, but what I do know is Dominic Fury is one of the most hottest free agents in pro wrestling today, and he is here at Champions Alliance Wrestling. Here we go. We are ready to get underway here. Beard Nation. Beard Nation has been growing in numbers, and after the split from Cobra Kai due to disagreements, and it seems as though Dan Diz and White Boy V have taken it into their own hands and surged down to track the hottest free agent talent in professional wrestling. And I don't know what sort of offers they've made to Dominic Fury, but it seems as though it was enough to get him to join this so-called blacklist. White Boy V now trying to get there, needs to get the tag in, makes the tag, and in comes Dan Diz. Crimson Horizon now with a big knee drop. Crimson Horizon to the top, and the elbow drop misses as Dan Diz manages to escape and get out of the way. Dan Diz hammering away on Crimson now. Crimson desperately needs that tag. Dan Diz and White Boy V striking deep into the heart of Beard Nation by recruiting their #1 draft into their own group. Wow. Beard Nation may not like it, but it was definitely a very smart decision on the part of the Blacklist to go seeking some of the top talent. Crimson with a nice suplex from the apron now. As Dominic faces off here against Evoke. Fury off the ropes with a big boot now. Dominic Fury, a mercenary for hire, so to speak. And perhaps a very wise decision to recruit by Dan Diz and White Boy V. Wow, okay. Going for that 10-second ride, but not quite enough. Trying to choke Evoke unconscious. And apparently, from what we have gathered, if Dominic can lock in that 10-second ride, that's guaranteed to cause submissions. Big top turnbuckle powerbomb by Evoke. Evoke obviously upset. Evoke with the cover, 2 count, and Dominic Fury manages to escape the pin. And again, a very interesting turn of events as newcomer Dominic Fury, who was expected to be brought in as a new member. Wow, game over! Evoke trying to perhaps teach Dominic Fury a lesson here. Evoke with the cover, trying to finish it, and a 1-2 count is all he can get. Dominic Fury setting up. What is this? Package pile driver. And we've seen this into the brain buster. Trying to put a finish. 2. White Boy V finds himself on the receiving end of a big drop kick now at the hands of Evoke. Evoke makes the tag, and in comes Crimson Horizon. Crimson back to his feet, locks up, tucks the arm, and a nice scoop slam. Crimson now. Crimson lining up by White Boy V. Lines up Horizon Breaker. Horizon Breaker nails White Boy V. He could be in a lot of trouble right here if he's not able to kick out. The cover. 2 and a 2 count. Crimson Horizon lining up. Wow! It goes for the cover. Crimson. 2, 3. Crimson Horizon with a big victory for Beard Nation. Wow, what an unbelievable victory for Crimson Horizon, the Fox, and Evoke. An incredible victory out of nowhere. Crimson Horizon finding an opportunity and capitalizing, getting the big win for Beard Nation here this week over the debut of the Blacklist. Beard Nation very happy to be walking away with a big victory here this week on Elite Stars. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new and it's your first time here, climb all the way to the top rope, get ready, jump off, and hit that elbow drop directly on the follow button. Make sure you're part of the action and a part of the CAW universe family. We're all amazing here. Hop in, say hello in chat, talk some trash, grab a chair, smack the person next to you with it. Do what feels right. This is Champions Alliance Wrestling. Thank you guys so much for being here. I would like to thank our subscribers, donators, viewers, social media, sharers, everybody using the hashtag CAWHype. Every single one of you guys help build Champions Alliance Wrestling to what it is today and what it will become going forward. What do they say? If you build it, they will come. We've built it. And you guys are here. Thank you for being a part of the show. Get ready. Up next, I Night Bloom V faces off against my Lady Balls. If you're new, you're interested in becoming a part of the show, and you don't have an Xbox One, or you don't want to wait for open registrations, which happen once a month, you want to just go right to the main show and show the CAW universe and Elite Stars what you have, type !sub or !subscribe into the chat on how you can get involved on becoming a Game With subscriber. Lots of great perks. Head on over, check it out now. And here comes I Night Bloom V. There has been a mad scramble as of late to get into contention for that CAW Women's Championship that is so highly sought after by every single woman in the division, looking to get to the top and become the champion. And the former women's champion looking to, of course, reclaim her crown as the women's champion atop the women's division here in Champions Alliance Wrestling. And here we go. We are ready. Get set for more women's division action here on Champions Alliance Wrestling Elite Stars. Wow, running dropkick down low. My Lady Balls kicks the legs out right from underneath. Nightbloom V. Lady Balls perhaps looking to brutalize anybody who stands between her and that CAW Women's Championship. Big power bomb. Nightbloom V slams My Lady Balls down hard. Nightbloom now, looking absolutely fantastic. Nightbloom has a lot of momentum right here. Can she carry it throughout this matchup? Big tilt-a-whirl backbreaker now as My Lady Balls tries to regain control of this matchup. My Lady Balls with a big whip into the turnbuckle, and Nightbloom bounces out of the corner. And these two women are putting it all on the line here today on Elite Stars. My Lady Balls now tossing Nightbloom by the hair. My Lady Balls with the cover. 2. Looking for the early finish, but she can't get the 3 count. Big Northern Lights suplex. Taking a book out of the page of White Boy V there. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. And no! My Lady Balls is there to grab the ropes and break the count. Nightbloom obviously not happy. Nightbloom V headed up top. Big leg drop from the top rope. It's dead center. 2 in. Wow, a near 3 count, but not quite enough to get the cover. My Lady Balls really working hard to get the win here to get back into contention. Wow! And another spear, this time tossing Nightbloom up into the air. I don't think she's going to be able to recover from that. No! A kick out. Nightbloom V manages to get the shoulder up in time and breaks the count. My Lady Balls now applying pressure in the corner. Can My Lady Balls continue at this pace? She's got a lot of momentum right now, and she needs to keep it. Nightbloom V trying to get back to her feet and breaks the hold. Exchange kicks to the midsection. Nightbloom V sends My Lady Balls into the turnbuckle. Big chop! Wow! With the cover and a 1 count. Big snap suplex now as Nightbloom tries to regain her footing. With no clear number 1 contender in the women's division at this point, it is a scramble for everyone to try and get that number 1 position, looking for that title shot. And there it is! That could be it! 2! No, so close! Lady Balls just gets her shoulders up off of the mat in time to stop the count. My Lady Balls. There's a shot and a slap to the face. Big neck breaker by Nightbloom. My Lady Balls has been on the receiving end of a lot of damage so far this match. We've seen her come back from enziguri kick. Nightbloom looking to put everything on the line here. Wow! Nightbloom V. With the cover, hooks the leg. Can she finish it? 2, 3, no. And again with that well-executed Northern Lights there. Nightbloom perhaps trying to finish it here from the top rope. Big splash, misses. My Lady Balls manages to get out of the way just in time. Two and a 2 count. Nightbloom with the cover, and again, My Lady Balls showing the determination to stay in this. Does she have enough to continue and win the match? Only time will tell. Nice neck breaker now as My Lady Balls tries to get into control. She heads to the second rope. What is she waiting for? Big elbow drop finally launches the attack. My Lady Balls setting up. My Lady Balls sets up. Titty Buster. Titty Buster hits. Goes for the cover. 2, 3. My Lady Balls with a big win in devastating fashion, hitting that vital Titty Buster at the end of that match and walking away the winner. All right, get ready because the main event is up next. The number one contender for the CAW Intercontinental Championship, Getsugemo, continues his fight against Masuda and whatever is left of Cobra Kai at this point, which is, from what my understanding, Masuda and Masuda only. From what we have been told, Masuda is currently training the newest member of Cobra Kai, whatever that means. We will find out soon, I have no doubt. But for right now, Masuda and Getsugemo will face off. And the Enigma Getsugemo has arrived. In very odd fashion, we're not quite sure what has gotten into the Enigma Getsugemo, however, we never really were. Getsugemo here, ready for action, and he is looking for the Intercontinental Championship. Masuda continuing to issue challenges throughout the league to whoever and wherever. However, if I were Masuda, I would be concerned with one man and trying to hang on to my Intercontinental Championship, and that is this man, Getsugemo. And here we go, the main event is ready to get started. Big scoop slam now as the #1 contender for the IC title goes to work on Masuda. Masuda breaking ties with Dan Diz and White Boy V, or the other way around, I should say, after they split from Cobra Kai just a week in and apparently founded their own group, not satisfied with the direction of Cobra Kai and the decisions being made by Masuda. Big takedown now as Masuda gets control. Masuda now going to work on Getsugemo. Masuda promises a new, improved Cobra Kai once he completes training the newest recruit. Getsugemo with a nice arm drag now. And a suplex to follow up. Getsugemo hammers at the back of the skull, followed up by a kick. Getsugemo needs to be very wary at this point and keep an extra close eye on Masuda. He needs to be careful. He needs to avoid that green mist. And not only that, but that devastating finisher, the War's End, that we've seen Masuda implement time and time again and finish and win matches. Masuda single-handedly eliminating the entire Beard Nation team this past week. Masuda with a reverse chin breaker now as he gets back to his feet. And a nice knee reversal as Getsugemo manages to avoid the backbreaker. Getsugemo, of course, one half of the now defunct Harvest Moon team. Of course, his former tag team partner Omega Sting has been semi-retired and will not return until the next Harvest Moon. As stipulations set forth at his match at Backfire. There's the green mist! There's the green mist! Kitsugemo's eyes should have some protection from that green mist. Those glasses perhaps shielding at least some of the green mist and its effects. 2 and a 2 count. Big capture suplex now. Getsugemo goes on the offensive. Goes for the cover. 2 and no, so close to that 3 count. Not able to keep it down for the pinfall. Big drop kick to the back now. Getsugemo. Getsugemo setting up. Imperfect plex. And the cover hooks the leg. 2, 3, no. Masuda gets the shoulder up just in the nick of time to stop the count. Getsugemo with a whip into the turnbuckle. Masuda with a reversal now and puts Getsugemo in the turnbuckle. Wow! Masuda with a nice recovery now. Uh-oh. Getsugemo needs to be careful. Setting up the War's End. No! Getsugemo escapes the attempt at a War's End and sets up Sugemo's Edge. Sugemo's Edge. Masuda goes flying. That might be it. That could be it. And a 2 count. Not enough to get the pin. Getsugemo lining up again. And Masuda with a nice reverse takedown. Back and forth exchange here as these two continue to battle it out. Getsugemo taking Masuda up to the top rope. Big backdrop suplex. And Masuda, what's Masuda doing at the outside of the ring? What the hell does Masuda have planned now? Where's he going? Masuda's leaving. What is he doing? What is going on? Masuda taking the fight all the way out the... Wow! Masuda gets nailed. Wow! Getsugemo! Getsugemo headed back to the ring. The count reaches 6. We could see a count out. The count reaches 9. And Masuda's back in. Wow. So close. Masuda with a whip into the turnbuckle now. Somehow Masuda still able to continue this matchup, despite the amount of damage suffered at the hands of Getsugemo. Masuda setting up again. Sets up for the war's end. Can he put a finish to it? The war's end with the cover. 2. No, not able to get it. Wow. Getsugemo manages to survive the war's end. Getsugemo slow to get back to his feet. Masuda continues to gain momentum here in the main event. Scoop slam attempt by Getsugemo and he's pushed away. Masuda trying to regain control. Big backbreaker. Masuda pushed away in a boot to the midsection by Getsugemo. Big DDT splits Masuda wide open. Masuda gets nailed. Getsugemo sets up again for the second imperfect plex. There it is. Getsugemo goes for the finish. Can he end it? 2, 3. There's the 3 count. Getsugemo walking away with a big victory over Masuda, the Intercontinental Champion. Getsugemo continues to gain momentum as we head towards the next pay-per-view CAW Contract in a Case.